Yo, OG is in the building, some man, nature soul. Yo, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Man, I wanted to just talk a little bit about energy and what I'm uncovering in my journey, I guess, on my journey to self-fulfillment and happiness. Picking up so much shit on the way. It's crazy. Like I'm at a point now that I can almost see energy. Well, I can, in a sense, I can see the energy and giving myself peace of mind and time to evaluate the situations properly. I'm getting more and more in tune with the energy that is surrounding me and surrounding all living things and things like that. Like, I experienced it 3 days ago. I was sitting on outside at my house and I was just watching the tree. And I've been reading this book about energy and what it can give and how to find it. And I kind of just let everything go in my mind. I was just fully blank. There was no influencing me or anything. It was just pure peace, almost. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. And then I could see like this vibration between two branches on this tree. It sort of looked like little white gray waves, and they were like going from one branch to the other. And it was like at that moment I realized like, damn, I'm actually attracted to this. Like I'm attracting it and I'm affirming myself to become what I want to be, and that's the damn truth. Like everything that I tell myself, I'm great, I'm fearless, I'm the man, all that shit that I tell myself, I'm affirming it, and it's becoming something that is really inspiring. Like I aspire to inspire others, but it's inspiring me to be a better human in myself, and like give myself the time of day to be like, yo, okay, I can do this shit, I can do it. Like I just need to focus on my shit instead of worrying about what all these other people got to do and what got to say and all that shit. Nah, just focus. And the thing about this energy is it's crazy because to find this energy you kind of have to focus without focusing. Like you have to believe that everything has energy, and then when you believe that everything has energy and there's like almost like a force field around us, like that's true. So nowadays when I think about it and people are like, man, you don't come into my personal space, I'm like, damn, you know what, in a sense you're right, but someone that's unconscious doesn't realize that they actually have a force field around them, right? And we all have this life force that's just vibrating around us, and it's created who we are, more or less. Like honestly, the way that I see the world and the way that I see how people are is, bro, we are a soul in a body. We are a soul in this character that, in hindsight, I believe we created. So this is how I see it, man. Honestly, we were a soul. Like we are souls, right? And before we enter this world, our souls are up wherever the fuck they are, and they're looking down at the earth like, okay, this was me and I chose that last character, last life, but what am I going to choose now, And like, you don't choose where you go. I feel like you don't choose where you go. But like, what you do choose is what your character is. You know how you see those videos and it's like, oh, a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that, a sprinkle of generosity, whatever. Like I feel like that's the damn truth. Like in a sense, like not how they're doing it, but like we got to choose all our characteristics. We got to choose what we look like. We got to choose how we were as humans. Like and we also got to choose what we would go through. And the only way you can overcome all the trauma and all the badness and all the wrongful doings is going within. Like you have to get inside your soul. You have to be good in yourself and not give a shit about what anyone thinks, so that you can get to the next level. And like I'm still evolving. Like I'm not, bro. Every single day, all I'm doing is trying to be better than I was yesterday. Like yeah, we have those days when it's like, okay, fuck. You get to the end of the day and you're like, damn, I didn't do shit today. But then you take notice of, okay, but were my thoughts better? Or Was my focus on reading better or whatever? Like, was my writing a bit better? You know, it doesn't matter what part of your life and what part of everything you do gets better, just as long as you're doing something today that was 10 times better or just better than yesterday, right? Because you could get up and do no exercise, and that's not good for you, bro. Like, honestly, that's not actually good for you if you're not doing exercise. You know, I believe exercise 6 days a week is efficient to help you keep your mind clear. And it's always best in the morning after you try to meditate, you know, because when you wake up and you meditate, your mind's at its most pinnacle of its functioning. And it's the most clear. Like, you have no thoughts or whatsoever. Unless you go to roll over and check your phone, then obviously you're going to have some fucked up thoughts. Because you never know what could be on that phone. Like, you were asleep for fucking how long? And then you wake up and first thing you do is look at your phone. Bro, it could be some drama. Like, you could get a text from someone you didn't want to get a text from, and it could be something that's going to fuck your whole mentality up. And then it's going to take you a little while to get out of that state, you know? Like, unless you just let yourself stick there. But yeah, like, oh shit, what was I saying? Oh no, yeah. So yeah, like, that's what you got to realize. You have to realize that you have to find all the good shit, and to be able to be better than yesterday, you have to go within. You have to find yourself. You have to, well, at least try to find yourself. Because if you're just doing the same shit you do every day, hitting this, hitting that, drugs, alcohol, if you're doing that shit every day, you're blocking all your chakras. You're blocking all your spiritualness, your consciousness. You're not going to become woke if you're just constantly on the piss, getting drunk, getting fucked up. Like, I don't have nothing wrong with weed. I don't got nothing wrong with weed. Like, I know weed in New Zealand, 9 times out of the 10, it's natural. Like, there's no chemical enhancements. But like, in saying that, I had to stop the weed because I couldn't function right. Like, I loved it. The buzz was cool and I enjoyed the high, but like, I was missing opportunities where now today I look back and I was like, oh, what an idiot, you know? But I had to go through that to realize that weed wasn't good for me, right? You know, in the future I might dabble on it, whatever, like have a puff here and there. Like, I'm not saying that weed is bad for everybody. It's just bad for me. And it made me, my bad thoughts and my negative thoughts enhanced. Like, it enhanced all my negative shit. And it fucked me up. Like, I was real fucked up because of it. I couldn't go out. I couldn't hang out with people properly. Like, I didn't talk real. I was kind of hiding myself, like hiding the person I am, just so that everybody around me didn't say shit that I didn't want to hear. But then at the same time, what I was doing was kind of like blocking it all, which is annoying now that I say it, because if I just spoke my mind, I would be in such a different place now, right? Hence why I'm started this channel, is because it's got me in a way where I can just help myself, like share my feelings and share what I want to speak about and everything that I'm trying to get out to the world and get out for myself. Like, that's what I'm doing. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about what I'm doing, because I'm fucking doing it for me, you know? But like, yeah, so that's just what I'm up to right now. Every day I wake up and I'm like, fuck, okay, I want to be better than I was yesterday. And I'm not saying every single fucking thing that I do, I focus on, is going to be better. I'm just saying one thing I did yesterday, with all the shit that I do every day, like one thing I did yesterday or whatever, I'm going to do it 10 times better today. Like, if I ate shit yesterday, I'm going to do it 10 times better today, whatever. So yeah, but like, that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to go back to some energy, because I'm reading this book and it's crazy. And this is how I know that something in my whole life, something's been telling me that this is the path I need to take. And this is how I know. I'm reading this book, and out of nowhere, like, this book that I'm reading, I would tell you about it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to or whatever, because I don't know rights. I don't know. Fuck, who cares? But I'm reading this book, right? And I was reading another book. I was reading this other book, and I got to maybe a page 100. And then I was going through the drawers in the kitchen at home, and I found this other book, and I was like, hey, what the fuck? And then I read the cover, I read the explanation. I was like, oh, okay, it sounds a bit weird because it's all about like on it. It has the word religion on it. So I was like, oh, maybe it's not right. So I started reading it, and the first 20 pages, it was kind of like it's talking about how coincidences relate to humans and relate to what we are, and how if you take the right approach towards life, that these coincidences could be a big thing. And I was like, fuck, okay, so I'm reading this book now, and I'm almost finished it. But what came up in it is that the person writing the book had a discovery about all spiritual awakening sort of information, and he ended up in Machu Picchu. And it's crazy. Like I wanted to start this video because this is what brought me today. It's like Machu Picchu. If nobody knows, like I must have known something subconsciously, because before I started this path, before I started getting onto this awakening spiritual connection with myself, I used to tell myself, and I used to tell people that, you know, and they were like, where do you want to go? And I would always just be like, Machu Picchu. And at the time, I just thought it sounded cool. I just thought it was a cool place to be. But now that I've read this book, and it's about becoming self-fulfilled in your soul, and like the thing about this book that's fucking really got to me is that I started all this spiritual shit before I read it, right? Before I started reading it. And I started meditating and trying to meditate in myself and try to find myself within myself before this book. And now that I'm reading this book, it's just affirming everything that I'm doing is right for me. Like, that's what I mean. This is a coincidence that I read the book. But now that I get through it, and it's talking about Machu Picchu, I kept telling everybody growing up or whatever, people in the last few years, like, yo, I want to go to Machu Picchu. And the spiritual, apparently, so this is what the book's saying, okay? Machu Picchu is Machu Picchu has the most energy spiritually in the whole world. Like, that's an opinion of one person, but like that is some fucking real shit, bro. That to me, that's crazy that I'm reading this shit after experiencing what I've been experiencing, right? That's crazy. So like, yo, I'm on this path, and it's really, really cool. Like, this book's talking about insights to the world today. You know, it was made before the millennium, but it's talking about insights in the world today. Sort of like, because every religion has the same purpose, right? This is why I don't follow one. This is why I don't follow the Christians or I don't just follow one religion, because I know there is some form of a God. I know there is a God. Whether it's one or two, but I know there is a God. I just don't know, and I haven't seen this God that everybody talks about, you know? This God that the Christians talk about, the Catholics, the Muslims, the Hindu. Like, I don't know this God that they all talk about because I haven't seen or experienced it. Like, in all honesty, yeah, the Bible's cool and all, but we don't know who wrote that. It says it in the book, but we don't actually know who wrote that. And so it's meant to be like 2,000 years ago, right? Whatever, how long ago they wrote it. But like, it just gets me, like, how do you believe in a book? Like, in understanding that there is a God, you have to find that shit within you. Like, this is what I'm experiencing. I'm finding that there is a God, there is a creator, but I only really found him or it or she or that from going within myself and trying to figure my shit out. Like, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy ride so far, but I'm really enjoying it. And I know damn well that no one can fuck with my energies nowadays. Like, yeah, certain people trigger me into arguments, but like, during that argument, I'm just sitting there like, yo, I actually don't care. Like, as much as you think I should care, I don't, because if it's not gonna affect me in an hour, it's not gonna affect me now, right? Like, if it's not gonna affect you in 2 hours, don't let it affect you within the 5 minutes, because that 5 minutes could turn into a 10-minute battle, then a half an hour battle, then an hour, and then it could turn into something where it's like, okay, you don't want to talk to me for a couple of days, but then you just got to realize, like, you know what, I'm okay with that. If you want to talk to me, we can talk, but I'm not going to go out of my way to fulfill what you need if I can't even get what I need, right? So like, it's kind of a thing that I'm working on for myself. I just want to do what's right for me and my family, well, me and the people that I love. And this path that I'm on has been a crazy experience. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I just wanted to yarn about that today. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. Like, in all honesty, I do not give two shits. Like, yes, I'm not gonna judge you on what you believe in. Like, I'm not gonna judge you because you're Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or Hindu, whatever. I'm not gonna judge you, okay? Like, I appreciate and respect everybody for who they are. If they're true to themselves, and that's cool, you know. You do that, bro. I don't mind. But that does not mean that I want to be a part of it. Like, if you love me and you want to care for me and you care about me, bro, like, that's all that matters. We don't need to worry about our beliefs. Unless you really want to get into it and we want to talk about some real shit, then cool. But, like, I don't want to sit there and act like I give a shit if I don't. You know what I mean? But within respect to a lot of people I know and a lot of people that have cared for me, I need to just chill a bit and appreciate more. And I know that, but for the time being, man, I'm just trying to get to where I want to be. Like, chase my dreams, follow my goals, not give a shit about what people think of me and all that. But yeah, so that's pretty much today. This is the first take and I don't think I'm going to do another one. I'm ready. But that's just today. Like, energy is real. If you pay close enough attention, you'll be able to see energy. So you even looking at your hand, like, if you focus for long enough and clear your mind, you'll see that there is energy between fingers when you open up your palm of your hand. Like, you'll see energy properly. And with all living things, like, especially nature, especially the trees, the rocks, the mountains, like, you'll see energy. And when you start to glance or get glimpses of this energy, then you'll become different in a human. Like, you'll become a different human. It's weird. I don't know. It's most parts of me are still the same fucking person I was, but for the better of all, I'm changing for myself. Like, I'm not changing for no one but me. Like, that's a fact. But yeah, so I just want you to take that in today. Remember that nothing is targeted at people because I'm judging them in any way. Nah, I'm not judging nobody about their shit they're going through, but this is just my perspective and my point of view. Like, I'm allowed to have my own opinion. I don't give a fuck what you think. So yeah, peace, love, and happiness. Take into thought what I've been talking about, because it's real shit. Love y'all. Hopefully y'all good. Let me know what you want me to, if you need any help with anything, just let me know. I'm here. OG Bay is out. OG Bay is here. OG Bay is in, out, everywhere. Have a good day, fam.